Oh gosh, I'm gonna forget. You know, Mr. Anderson that run the flower shop, what was it? Oh, Jessie's her name. What was she? Couldn't think of her name.
You take like the one that helped Mr. White, the one that was given the running of the flower shop. Now that would have been Jimmy Lee's great Grandpa Anderson.
Yeah, but who was
Wallace Anderson, that would have been his great Grandpa Anderson.
was Jessie his daughter?
Jesse was
Well, I went to school with Jessie.
Well,
Okay.
Grandpa Wallace, what was he?
well, he was a good man, wasn't he, Daisy?
Yes, he ran
He
the
was
flower
no
shop all
drunkard.
those years. That big flower shop right there.
The way your Grandpa Anderson would have spoken about himself, that he'd been one of the worst drunkards
I'll have to
and
smoke.
gamblers that ever walked the streets. He sure did not take it after
I'm
his
sure.
daddy, did he, Daisy? He didn't drink. He liked the women.
don't remember
He
anything.
really ripped for the
They all
women.
liked the women. Everybody liked him as far as I know.
Yeah, he always said,
So Grandpa Wallace, Grandma was saying he ran a flower shop there by the cemetery?
Yes, he ran that flower shop for years when I was a girl. I can remember 12, 13, 14.
There was a long
Until I
time.
graduated, he was still running it when I
There was
graduated.
a long time that he would
We
walk.
bought our flowers out there when I graduated.
He would walk to the place from where he lived, and Mr. White put that house
I
up.
remember real well.
Mr. White put that house up for him, built that house, because he had just
I never
worked
knew,
for
you
him.
know,
And
whether
been
he
so
owned it or not,
faithful
but
to
I
him
knew
for
he worked
so
there.
long, you could always depend on him.
Yeah.
But I think his,
Jackson Wallace was
Mom, can I get some tray from here?
that way, walking.
No, I was gonna go see if Daddy was home.
We're about ready, we'll run up there.
but your Grandpa Anderson, he sure did not take after his daddy, being, like he had said, that if we had got together and got married, that he was just before joining the Al Capone gang.
Yeah.
You take like as time went on, and all of his work and everything. Like
So
way
none of
later
these
on,
guys-
I still don't know what he could have joined.
So I was gonna say,
There's
none
a
of
lot
these guys
they-
ever dropped in, and no guys carrying violin cases came by the house or anything?
He did his whatever, if he was
Oh,
in
what
there.
he did on the outside.
Well, this was
always
back.
gone.
Well, you're talking back just shortly after Prohibition, aren't you?
Well, we're still talking, when you was a little boy, we was really sure he was in with the Ku Klux Klan. He talked about it too much, and he knew too much of exactly what was going down in Mississippi. They knew what they were doing.
You take like, those boys would know a lot more probably than I do.
Yeah.
And I didn't really know anything. I just went for the way he acted, wasn't just right. And as he got older and got more sick, he acted like he was scared.
He was always scared.
He acted like he was just scared.
Yeah.
He was scared if he was in the car and thought a car
And
was
he,
following. He was scared if somebody was at the door at
And I
night.
think it made him mean.
I'd be good. Yeah.
And actually, I was the one he wanted to, your daddy had some feelings that he said that he's, about, I mean, your Grandpa Anderson, your mama knows, he would press his luck with anyone. I mean, anybody, you can just take, you just can't take anymore.
You can only
The meekest of anyone,
just stick
take
with
and
it.
take and take and take until by the time I know, I wouldn't have never done it. But he was trying to pick a fight with Joey. At that time, Jimmy was working.
Yeah.
Your Grandpa Anderson. He was trying to pick a fight with Joey at that time. It got so it was either Joey or your dad. Always wanting to, I mean, just it was like he was trying to make them do something to him.
Yeah.
They wouldn't want to. But there was one time that it would have been, I guess, your mother would have been at her place, which and at this particular time, and it was like that. Your Grandpa Anderson had sent Charlie to, what they call the country boy,
Yeah.
and then later on. At that time, it had another name, didn't it? But when it was the country boy, it was, do you know where I mean?
I know where it is. I'm standing.
And Daisy would know.
Yeah, burned down.
Across, but at one time, it went by another name, didn't it, Daisy?
I know.
They called it Hampton something, and then it went from that to when Teddy Bundy took it over. Well, anyway, he knew. He sent Charlie down for something, and he didn't know. See, it was always supposed to be others' fault. What he would do, or his, a problem he had, or something that would be wrong, it was always someone else, never him. But it was like that he had sent her on purpose, and meant to.
Yeah.
And then when he got her sent, he started in, and he tells you, hit me. Just go ahead and hit me. And Joyce,
And
Dad,
I'm not even thinking about hitting him.
Yeah.
I don't want to hit you. I don't want to fight with you. Go ahead and hit me. And he kept on and kept on, kept on, and kept on. And he kept coming closer and closer until I tell you what, it made, I had all I could take. I thought I'd never, ever. I don't believe I ever have since. And it would have been the first time. He made me go mad one night. I come to his foot and I just backed away.
Yeah.
You know, because I said, no, John. I said, no. Something else is going to come down on you, not me. You're going to keep on to something else. But your Grandpa Anderson, and kept on. And I knew that if you kept on, and Joey would have done more, you know.
Yeah.
But he wasn't going to. I guess your Grandpa Anderson would have just put him or whatever. He was not going to. And your daddy's had some regrets, and he's made him wonder, and I told him not to blame himself about anything. But anyway, when he just kept on, got worse, I pulled up, and I'll tell you what, I socked him. I never knew it was in me, but I'll tell you what, and that wasn't never like me. I mean, what did I do? And Daisy, I wouldn't have never, ever done anything like that. I'd take from him and take from him and take from him. Well, set him back. And then the next thing you know, Charlie did come on. And I don't know, but at least it wasn't Joy that hit him.
Yeah.
See, he kept on trying. It wasn't me who's trying.
He didn't expect her to do it. He probably didn't do it.
But I kept on trying to, to make him stop and trying to make him behave. And I thought, he must have sent Charlie on purpose to get her out of the place.
So there wouldn't be anybody.
So that it was just us. And then he would have, that Charlie would have believed him, what Joey would have done that Joey didn't do. And other than that, anything.
Half a glass of that lemonade, will you?
Anything,
Where's his glass? Do you have a glass?
I might have to make some more, John.
I think there's some there.
I should have put some of those nuts in that freezer.
So what did you just hold off and popped him in the jaw, huh?
Boy, I did here. I felt bad afterwards, but it would have made me feel worse if he would have kept on. Joy would have done it. But it was just like, as he got older, Daisy, what I'm talking about. You know what? Mother made the remark one time. Daisy, now, the way you know quite a lot. But she said one time, made the remark. You take like anybody that's losing their mind, anybody that's not right, anybody that's going crazy, they'll turn on the ones they most love. Now, that's what Mama said. Said you take like anybody.
I think the reason they do is they think because you are a relation, you're not
I don't know what it is. But the ones they most dearly love, the ones. Now, you take like Jimmy Scott. He was real healthy. Your daddy was just as healthy. I mean, for 45 minutes after he was born, he was dead. For 45 minutes, he was a stillborn.
My
And
dad?
I had him in an apartment over there in St. Louis. He was a stillborn. It took 45 minutes for, like your great-grandma, for my mother and the doctor to work with him. It took 45 minutes to get him alive. They kept working with him. Whenever the last thing I'd heard, whenever I went out with Ether, that he was having, like your Grandma Quinlan, having her to stand on my head, and he would tell her when to take it away. That the doctor and your Grandpa Anderson, they were both one on one side. He was such a great, big, heavy youngster. And he couldn't help himself. What made it worse? He would have been, I don't know how long. But anyway, he was like lifeless. A baby that's got some kick to him's going to help themselves be born.
Yeah.
A woman to help themselves, but he couldn't help himself. It was more like he was lifeless, and weighing over 9 pounds.
Yeah.
But the last thing I would have heard, the doctor said I wouldn't give 2 cents for this baby's life. So he was saying just the other day, of all he's had happen to him, he was telling this girl come over and was talking, here so long back, and he said, he had already, I don't know how you put it, but I kept on listening. There's been a lot of things he's had happen to him. But the first thing he started in telling that, he said, for instance, like whenever I was born dead. He said for 45 minutes. And I told Darlene, I said, yeah, he's telling you right.
Did you see my night light back there in that room?
No, I didn't see that.
Go in there and look at it.
He's proud of that, Jimmy Lee. He sent for that, and
that was burned out.
Reverend Ewing sent it to him. It's Jesus Night Light, and it's very nice, and it goes day and night. I mean, it never goes out, and you don't have to unplug it. It just
I like that.
it just goes all the time. But you take like, I don't think there's any perfect families, do you? I don't think. You know what? I don't think I give 2 cents for a perfect family. The ones that say, no skeletons in my closet, forget it. I'll tell you what, who wants a family tree like that anyway?
Exactly. Pretty dull.
We gotta have there's gotta be a variety there. Somewhat. After
I used to feel like
Yeah, we
go out
better-
and stir up some trouble. You know, I lived out in the country by myself. Everything got too quiet, and I told go outside and stir up some trouble. I live on climb trees, and pretty soon want to come back, running back in and say, there's a snake out there, you know, or something. Get something stirred up.
Yeah.
Do you want to run up there with us? See
Well,
what
I better not leave John. I better not leave him, Shirley. He wouldn't want me to. A while ago, just to go to that store, he wanted to know, could he go? I said, I don't know why you can't. He said, well, I won't have to just keep staying here then. And you wouldn't have room in that little car for all of us. It's pretty small.
Yeah, we
That's a
well maybe we can
car.
put on arrange.
gasoline.
Maybe we can arrange for one of these days. We got a few days left. We might be able to get Jimmy and Joe together or something like that. We can all get together.
But, you see, Helen talked like that. Joey, he was going to get her to take him to Mount Vernon. It had nothing to do with classes. Anyway, I'd asked her earlier. I said, is Viola going? She was going to take me. I said, no. I said, no. I said, really? I said, that's a switch.
Jimmy's?
So anyway, when she did go over to get him, she said that somebody get him back. You know, he has kind of personality. People really do. I mean, you can't help but care for Joey. And he's other than, I mean, if he thought he was going to hurt you, if Joey thought, if he thought he'd rather give up his left hand, he's left-handed. You know, he's left-handed. He'd rather have his left hand cut off than if he thought he was going to hurt someone.
Joe?
So, therefore, a lot of times through life, he gets hurt too much.
Yeah.
I mean, we don't want to hurt people, but a lot of times he gets hurt too much. But anyway, Helen said when she went over to get him, one of the neighbors in back had asked her, said, you don't mind if I take him, do you? Said, and she said, real nice car, air conditioned and all. And so she said, no, not at all. If you want to. He said, well, I'll take him if you don't mind, because she already thought she's going to take him. He called her this morning. Well, I asked Helen, I said, and was Viola going? She said, no. I said, well, that sure is a switch. I said, something is... Before it's over with, you might leave her. Before it's over with, he may be forced to.
Yeah.
Well, different ones have thought that she's too possessive. I mean, you just don't be that way by anybody.
No. Well, I think we're going to have to pull everything apart so we can go up there and see everybody.
That sure does look like a real nice outfit he's got.
It is. And
It really looks nice.
Can you hook it up real quick and run just a minute so she can see what it does?
Yeah, sure. Let me disconnect this and pull. Is there? I'll have to use one of those plug-ins. Wait, I don't know if I have a cable with me. I may not be able to.
No. What do you have to have?
I need an output cable.
Outside.
No, I don't have a cable with me right now. But what we were saying is maybe we can get together, Joe and Jimmy, and get everybody over, and I'll bring it back.
Jimmy, that's my daughter.
Yeah, that's his one and only. Yeah.
See, what I was thinking is maybe one of these days before we go, we can bring Jimmy and Joe back over here, and we can do some more recording, and I'll bring that cable. I had to pack everything separate when I came on the plane, get everything to fit, and I don't have that one with
I was trying to listen
me.
to Jimmy Lee. I was trying to listen to him, and maybe one of these times we all can get together.
Yeah, that's what I was saying. Maybe before we take off, we're going to be here till next week, Tuesday.
Well, sometimes I think that, for instance, like, I think Joey, I think he has had enough trouble with all the way things are, and how things have gone, without other ones, maybe, I mean, a lot of people would like to see him leave. Well, if he went back, if he did, I was just say, if that thing happens, he'd go back, that he's supposed to be carrying another man's child.
Doesn't she have enough yet?
That makes sense. Carrying, and Margie Ann, I'll tell you what, Shirley, from the way her mama talks and how they talk, Margie Ann is just, it's just like she's gone to the dogs. She's supposed to be. She was, it's the honest truth. She was with Becky an awful lot of times, but I mean, it didn't, I'm not blaming Becky. Margie Ann is what, 19 now? The 13th of June, she turned 19. Well, I don't know whose baby that what she's carrying. She's carrying a baby. Does she know? I hope she does. I don't know. Ginger, what was it? Last Friday evening. Teddy come and Ginger and Jay and little Nick.
Yeah, press pause.
You know, her little one.
Here, no, take the
I don't know
camera.
whether you've seen him, but anyway, it's just like she would have started a family all over again. That's how big the boy, you know, Jay. That's how big he is. He's,
Well, there's a girl in there, too, in there.
well, there's Margie Ann, Rita Lynn,
Rita, that's the one.
Jay, and now this baby.
Well, we didn't call him Jay. What did we call him?
Oh,
When
when
he
you
was
call him TJ?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Call him TJ.
TJ.
Yeah, focus.
Yeah, because his
What's
name
happened
is-
to Jimmy's other kids?
Well, I don't know whether he sees them. I guess he sees them
I
sometimes.
don't never hear anything.
I guess he sees them sometimes, but
I thought maybe she'd moved away or
but
something.
no, I think she still lives in that little house, and she has those children in Catholic school, the ones in school, but she got two little girls by Russell Winkler.
Oh, boy.
She's got.
Well, they'd have some age on Daisy by now. Those two little girls are supposed to have gone to Russell Winkler, and they never did get married. I mean, even I think there, you know, there's divorces.
Patty Sue.
Oh, really?
Yeah, Patty's. She's coming. We were supposed to meet her at Jimmy's.
Go out there, Johnny.
Yeah, we're gonna.
Wasn't there. He was there, though. He came about 10 minutes after he called. He's been waiting on you. Well, we're on our way up there now.
How you doing, Patty
Where's
Sue?
my kid? My kid.
I just got here.
Oh, now, Tiny.
Awesome strangers, wasn't it?
The audience in here.
No.
It's 2 o'clock.
Yeah, honey.
Yeah, no. I've been sitting there since 2 o'clock. Not enough time.
Yeah.
I'm trying to just remembered. I asked her to fix me a cup of coffee, and I left before I drank it. Pat, what's her name? Jimmy's.
Is Jimmy there yet?
Yeah, they've been there the whole time. She said, walk through the door about 10 minutes after she went home.
Well, he has been there a lot now. He
Something
hasn't
about,
been there.
said something about going to see about a job and didn't get it, or is going to go back and do it or something. Anyway, he's like, well, we better go talk to him before he says that we're
Yeah, we don't take off.
She just got here now.
There you are. What you do to the ball?
I think Tricia's not with you. Well, it's waiting for you over there.
He died.
I didn't know it. She never mentioned it. Jimmy just told me he was in Nashville and passed her the
Maybe she's
grocery
still
store
for
and said hi.
at least
She got her
here.
nose up, went on. He said he went and grabbed her and told, he said, don't you know who I am? She said, yes, and went on anyway.
Tricia, who's that?
Tricia with her dad. She's not with Jimmy. Oh, Jimmy? How come?
Tricia's a funny girl, though. She's funny girl.
She got mad when we were up here last time because Joe bought that girl that bicycle. Jealous. He come out the car that day and told us he was buying that little girl,
Where's he at?
his girlfriend's a bicycle for her birthday.
The last one.
And Tricia had asked him for $5 right before that. He said he didn't have money. So he kind of blew it himself.
He does that to Tricia every time she goes over there.
It seems like she hits it wrong when he doesn't have anything to fix it.
I don't
Well, but he had probably had the money for the bike, but he didn't have any.
Well, no. And several years ago, Patty Joe asked Joe for 25, and he didn't have it either. And Irma paid for it, but Tricia thinks that he gave it to Patty Joe, but he won't give it to her. That's what it all amounts to.
She'll grow out of that.
I hope so. She doesn't quit.
Yeah, that gets
But
over.
I'll tell you, all
She'll
she has to
change.
do is walk up and put his arm around her and it'd be over with. But he don't put any effort out either.
Well, they don't know what to do.
He ain't been around them. How does he know what to do?
These kids have bad feelings for a few years. It takes them getting older and understanding before they can
Just take
really.
a cup of coffee. I got a good cup of coffee.
She's gonna stay for a cup of coffee, regardless.
Make me want to
That's
do
it. Where's your pop? This one? Right there.
If I had to put some water in it, back soon.
Tony, open my tripod.
I'm not opening it. You just put the stupid thing away. You can stand there.
You guys went to the carnival?
Yeah, looks like they did, or somebody brought some candy.
Does this look like a
Oh,
match?
Jimmy and Pat was supposed to have gone to the airline. They were supposed to have gone to the carnival the other night just to basically pick up 2 boxes of that kind of candy. But he got Pat one, and then he got that box.
This?
Because he remembered,
Open
You
it.
just put
he said he remembered when his dad used to get that.
No.
Because I liked candy kisses, what do you call it? Which, it doesn't say candy kisses on there, it's a candy taffy.
Saltwater taffy.
But anyway, it is pretty good candy.
Years and years. I got that when I was a kid. I told him I'd be back in 20 minutes if you guys wasn't here, so he'll know where we're at. I figured you was.
Well, why don't you just
Do
leave
you
it
like
with
that,
you, and then we'd all
Master?
gone outside.
Really? Give me the keys to the car. I'll go
Who's
get it.
calling?
Huh?
You got a car?
I don't know. So you got a truck.
He's got a truck. He's gonna try to sell that car, but I don't know what he got
You
to
tried
do.
to sell it to me.
Give me the keys to the car and I will go get it.
Well, we can't all get it.
Our family reunion and Grandma.
He's got company anyway. There's some woman.
Well, that's a pretty good truck he's got now.
There's some woman there with him, not a little girl. Who is besides
Saw him.
Who is that?
Oh, let me see, her last name, I guess they would.
She looks like a Mormon. She does. She got a long dress on, comes way down, a real long string.
Pentecost,
The
Pat.
little kid's got a ruffled dress on, comes down.
Jim Lee was talking to 2 girls last night, and I said if we'd been in Arizona, I'd say those are Mormons.
They did look
They're
like.
Pentecost.
Pentecost, Pat. It's like Eastern Mormons.
That's what they look like to me.
That's right, we wear longer dresses. Well, out there, our whole state is full of Mormons. I mean, everybody is Mormon.
But they have a lot of women.
Yeah.
I told Jim Lee about John's grandmother. Last time he was here, he had a kick out of that.
Yeah, I'd like to hear that one.
Oh, yeah.
Hear that one firsthand.
Did you hear her say?
Yeah.
She was telling me that Becky, that she's pregnant. I don't know if it's black or white. So if it's black, she can give it to the church, and if it's white, she's going to give it to her sister. And John pops up and John, it's an elephant, she's going to give it to the
And then he is, said might turn out to be another black. And I said, John, you could go all day long without saying that.
I
Why
dreamed
did
about-
that part of
I
turn
dreamed
out?
about
That's
Melinda
hard
last
for the
night.
kids. It looks like they would be a little more sensible.
She didn't think Margaret
Because those kids are going to have one hell of a life.
I'm sure didn't think Margaret would fall into the trap. I thought she was smarter there.
She was always the quiet, sweet little one. She was
Open it up, please,
tiny
Johnny.
though, and I laughed.
Pause.
And sit,
He was bringing it to my feet.
but they,
No, I bounced it. I should have bounced.
Margie, I did go quite a bit with Becky.
We're not gonna
You go places?
I have to send him these pictures he's taking. It makes me nervous.
Why?
Well, if you don't think about it.
I know I'm trying not to, but yeah, but look what you're doing. You're just moving it around. I just do it. It's funny. You don't realize what you do.
Sorry, it's the only available chair.
Is that water hot?
Get a good close-up of her just for that.
Oh, you just stood up. Now all I got
I'm
was a
going to
crotch
the
shot.
coffee pot. Hey, don't get too close. That ain't Nigel shit. You're bigger. You close to me.
I'd almost give you a nickel if you go get my Maalox out of the car.
She might be able to get
Does these sharks look bad, you guys? Don't look at the shark. I walked in the nurse's home and everybody was looking at me like I was naked or something.
You like when you shirt?
It's been, when we get ready to come home like this, we get real
Oh, do
excited.
you?
So it's just been,
There's some
ever
guys
tried
out there
rock
wearing
them
them.
Not very many.
The reason I would have got the ones I got, I
Just
didn't know
because
how
not many
much I was
guys
gonna have to
do.
get that hospital.
Where's
Just
cups
a nice
now?
dress, man.
Right over here, Pensu.
Give me the key so I can go get my.
Right down there, you'll see them.
just go get
Down here? Oh, okay.
Yeah, is something in your way?
I got you.
Oh, I know.
Box of groceries in it.
Yeah, I hadn't been able able to unload all of them yet.
We'll make it.
I haven't been able to unload them yet. The rest
John, you
of them.
gonna have glass put out there on that patio?
Is there? I left the door open.
Can you hear me? Not very
No,
well.